all right. Welcome to the program tonight. It is Monday, May 13th, 2023. It is the day after Mother's Day, and I sure hope that you told your mom Happy Mother's Day and that she was blessed by your presence. I gave my mom a call last night, and she said, I was wondering when you were going to give me a phone call. So it was a nice time speaking with my mom, who lives south of Topeka, Kansas, in Burlingame. Uh, Got to have some fun with her as far as she sent us a hat. They had some type of Kentucky Derby days down there in Burlingame, Kansas. I don't know quite how you do that, but all I know is that, my mom is always doing something, and it's just a lot of fun that she keeps active and that she is very involved in her community. And speaking of being involved in our community, I just want to share real quickly. I'm going to go ahead and just bring on my one sponsor here that has been with us from the very beginning. I want to go ahead and play a quick promo for them before I dig into the rest of the program, but I want you to see what it is that has happened and changed for a business that has been supporting us for quite a while here on One Nation, a Sports Locker Magazine Extra.
CNS Business Services has been connecting employees with employers since 1977. Recently, CNS rebranded to CNS Employment Solutions to more clearly define their mission of serving the needs of applicants, employees, and businesses while remaining current and evolving with the changes in the workforce. One important thing has not changed. CNS Employment Solutions partners with a wide variety of employers, placing employees in jobs that match their skills and needs.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, CNS Employment Solutions. There you heard it. They have changed the name. It used to be CNS Business Services. It is still under that umbrella, but they do an outstanding job right here in the Mid-Missouri communities that we live in. And so excited that they're continuing to grow and continuing to help people find jobs, continuing to help employers find people to fill those jobs. So great job by Paula Benny and her team over there, and we just appreciate them so much. I wanted to talk to you a little bit tonight about the end of the school year, 2022-23 school year. It's ending. There's a lot of kids that have finished up. There's a lot of kids that still have some dreams that they're trying to achieve through state tournaments, district tournaments. They're trying to get to that pinnacle of their high school career, and we're just going to continue to cheer them on. We've got baseball tournaments that are getting ready to get started with the district championships, and we also are going to be moving into the state tournament. Also, we have taking place the district, sectional, and state tournaments for track and field. We've got golf going on. There's a whole bunch of things that are going on right here in Mid-Missouri, and I know you're going to keep abreast of that by our great sports commentator, Rod Smith of KRCG 13. Rod is the sports director over there. He's been there for a very long time. He knows sports in this Mid-Missouri area, and he covers it very, very well. I did want to give a quick shout out to him and his family. We just want to say so sorry for the loss of your mom, Rod, and we just pray that you guys are comforted and during this time of mourning, that you will be always able to draw upon those great memories that you had with your mom, Kay. And we know that she was a great woman, and we just want to say that we're praying for you, and that your family just is able to recover quickly and to come together during this time and just celebrate your mom. So again, from all of us at Sports Locker, thank you for all that you do, and we just pray for you and your family, and that you'll be able to just enjoy this time of celebration of your mom. All right. Um, it's an important thing to be able to move uh, forward in circumstances like that. It's an important thing to be able to learn the lessons that you've learned from your parents, learn the lessons that you've picked up from your coaches and your teachers. That's why we have so many successful student athletes right here in Mid-Missouri, and they do such a fantastic job telling us their story here at Sports Locker Magazine. As you guys know, we had the March April issue. We had Joseph Custer on the cover, and Joseph is a senior at Jefferson City High School, and we got to do an interview with him right here on this program. He talked about the injuries that he had, and he wrestled all throughout the year on basically one leg. One of his legs had an ACL problem, and he was able to fight through all of that. And just an outstanding young man. And he's going to be going to wrestle with his brothers at Drury, and we just wish him success there. It was kind of cool the other day when we were getting prepared for our photo shoots for the July, August, September, October, and November, December issues. We went to Jefferson City High School, and who was in the athletic director's office? None other than Joseph Custer. He was in there hanging out, and it was pretty funny. We had some additional magazines that we brought in there, and uh, as we were saying, we were bringing in one of the girls that was sitting. Oh, great! Just another thing to have his face plastered all over the place. So he was catching quite a bit of grief from his classmates, but they were having a lot of fun, and Joseph was being a good sport about it, and we just had a great time with him. If you didn't catch it, go back and check out his interview on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and you'll be able to hear what he had to say. Also, we featured a few other student athletes right here. We had Noah Coleman and Haley Libert from Capital City High School. We had the two of them on the program, and we were able to hear from them all the different all the different things that are going on with them. Noah is actively involved. He was a manager at for the basketball team, boys basketball team. He plays golf, and then just does a whole bunch of other things. Haley, she's involved in track, and she's really um, finishing out her senior season well. She also talked about how she makes my favorite ice cream at Cold Stone. And, I just want to recommend to you, if you like good ice cream, go to Cold Stone. I'm going to give you my personal recommendation, and that is getting the like it size. You don't want to get too much because you don't want to overstuff yourself. I mean, you can save it for later, but why do that when you can just enjoy it right then and there? But my favorite is the like it size with mocha ice cream along with pecans and maraschino cherries. It's so good. Just had that yesterday for Mother's Day as my wife and I went out and celebrated Mother's Day, and she got her usual and my usual. When I say usual, it's pretty funny. Everybody that works there typically knows right when we walk in, they start pulling this stuff out. So that obviously tells you that we're there way, way too much. But again, it's just an opportunity to be able to hang out with these student athletes and be able to interact with them outside of their school atmosphere, be able to interact with them in the community. So that's why we really enjoy going there so much. Lots of really good student athletes are working there too. We've got some kids from Helias, kids from Capital City. Uh, Lighthouse Preparatory Academy has a student that works over there. So great place to go. I just feel like I'm just giving a lot of promotionals. Well, I'm going to have to give one more, okay, before we go on, and then I'll tell you a little bit about why we do that. But Big Whiskeys, they are a sponsor of our Coach of the Issue, as well as we'll be featuring some other student athletes along the way as well with them. But I just want to thank them for everything that they do as far as helping to bring all these great stories about coaches right here in mid-Missouri that make an impact on the lives of young people all over our coverage area. I am talking so fast. Bear with me because I'm doing this solo tonight. And so I don't have anybody else that I get to call upon and say, here, you talk for a little bit. So I'm going to just talk. I'm going to try to do the best that I can and keep you guys entertained and keep you guys loaded down with some information and just some of my thoughts on why this has been such a really, really rewarding and impactful year in 2022-23. Um, the coach of the issue that we had for this last one, March, April, was Reed Randolph. And Reed, again, is an outstanding coach right here in mid Missouri. And I wanted to just share something quickly. I'm going to pull up his article here real quick and just wanted to share a couple of things about him and why he is looked upon as far as somebody that the kids, student athletes really look up to. Um, One of the things that really spoke out to me is when he said, through my upbringing and career, John 13:7 certainly comes to light more and more for me. This is a man of faith, and he really wants to make sure that he shares shares his values with the student athletes right here in mid Missouri. And he's a coach over in North Callaway. Got to meet him when we were up there doing that interview, and it's just nice to be able to hear somebody share their faith, and that they again pass along those values, that they're able to um, encourage the young people that they're trying to mentor and trying to train up. Um, Again, great man. We've got another great man that we're going to be featuring in the May June issue. And there's a lot going on in his future. And I hope you guys are going to look forward to seeing the article in the May June issue from North, no, I'm sorry, New Bloomfield. We've got Coach Jacob White, and he's also athletic director, assistant principal. There's a whole bunch of those things that he's been doing, but there's going to be a shift and a change. I'm just giving you a little bit of a teaser. He's not going anywhere, but I'm going to just give you a little bit of teaser that there's big changes happening in his life over the next few months. So you want to make sure that you get in and check out that article. Um, all right, I want to just tell you there's a few things that I just want to cover tonight. Again, this is going to be a short program, but the main reason for that is that our Facebook account got hacked. And so I am trying to go through and get all of that brought back together, and having to do things a little bit differently right now until they get this all figured out. It's just so I'm not able to just go live from this right here. I'm able to record it, and then I'll put it on. I've put it on here for you guys to be able to see. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that all fixed here within the next week, and then we'll be able to get back to having live guests and some of these student athletes. I got a couple of them that I want to bring on and introduce you to, and make sure that you are able to hear some additional information, why we call it Sports Locker Magazine Extra. Hear a little bit of extra information from these student athletes that we featured in the March April issue, as well as we want to talk a little bit about what's coming in the May June issue. Um, quick recap some of the ones that we are covering in the March April. Again, we had Jefferson City Jays, Joseph Custer. We had Eldon Mustangs, Anne Marie Dillon. Make sure you check out her article. From Russellville, we had Brennan Stinson. And in Blair Oaks, Will Libbert, as we talked about. Will's getting ready to head on over to good old Mizzou. I know many of you are going to be excited about that. Mizzou's been playing pretty well right now. I think they're getting close to being able to be in the NCAA tournament. So hopefully they'll be able to make that. Southern Boone, we've got Dane Donegan, and New Bloomfield had Hunter Dawson. North Callaway, Brendan Reinhard. St. Elizabeth, Addie Oligschlager. And then we've got LPA, Riley Pipes. What a great young man. I'm excited that I'm hoping I will be able to do an interview with Riley, so I'm going to be working on that. Fulton, we have Aiden Hagland, and Eugene, Garrett Hogard. We've got Calvary Lutheran, Elizabeth Lieb, Helias Catholic, Archer Sneeders. Capital City, as I said, Noah Coleman. Lynn, we have Annalise Bowser. Fatima, Sarah Groen. And California, Emma Braby. We again, check this out. If you don't have the magazine, go to sportslockermagazine.com and you can check out the digital edition. Just so many great stories, as well as we've got Rod's elite or top 17, I think it is, in this last issue, as well as we've got his, and he's talking about the top wrestlers in that issue. The next one, we've got top basketball players in the mid-Missouri area. So he's going to cover those for you. Also, I want to point out what a future article that he's going to share in the May June issue is about his mom and the impact that she had on him. Again, we just want to give our heartfelt thanks for everything that Rod does for this mid-Missouri community, and that he is greatly loved by many people, and we appreciate him and his family. Um, I've got a couple more things that we're going to quickly talk about, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to let you be done. You're going to get to enjoy this nice cloudy, rainy weather that we've had here today. It's been calling for rain for weeks, but we haven't got much rain. It was getting really dry. Well, today it rained, and it rained and it rained all throughout when I was driving all over the place today. Um, I just want to encourage everybody. This is, I think, one of my main points that I want to share. I want to encourage everybody to continue to promote good sportsmanship and continue to be proud supporters of your schools and all the student athletes and the coaches and the people that work so hard to put these games and events on for us to be able to enjoy. Make sure that you are doing your best to be a great fan. Make sure that you're doing your best to encourage others to be a great fan and to give these kids every opportunity to hear your support, not our criticism. We got to remember that most of them will not get paid for what they do. Someday, some of them may, but most of them will not get paid for what they do. So we've got so many different things that are going against our kids, and we see all of the different examples that they've got in the professional sports, and there's not that many good ones out there that I can say are good examples. There's so many of them that are so focused on themselves and what's in it for me. We need to see some young men and women rise up and to be great mentors, be great examples, and take that to a higher level, to be able to share that with not only people throughout um, their region where they live, but nationally and even globally if they're able to get to that point. One such young man that I absolutely appreciate is our good friend Ethan Blake. Ethan is right now playing soccer. I think he's down in Arkansas playing on a team down there right now, and he's being very successful. But it's just young men like that, young women like who's going to be coming up on our cover of this next issue, Camille Randall. Just such a very talented and very outstanding young lady. So, we want to have more of those types of stories. We want to have more of the types of stories that we see in the magazine, like Sports Locker magazine. We want to see those types of people that are leading the next generations coming up, not the ones that are going around waving guns on their Twitter accounts or social media, not different ones that are um, so me focused that they shut everybody else off and they all they're in it for is the money. We need to see young men and women to have those values and to be able to reflect where it is that they came from and the things that they learned. So that's I think that's the biggest thing that I want to share tonight as we close out this 22-23 season, the end of the year for high school sports. Make sure as you're out there, just encourage them. Also, wow, what would this be like if we would also say thank you to the coaches and to the refs and the umpires and the officials that are helping to manage and to direct these sports. So again, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Look forward to coming on with you guys live next week. We'll have everything figured out by then. And as always, thanks for joining us on One Nation of Sports Locker Magazine Extra. Until next week, this is your host, Kirk DeMars. Thank you for joining me tonight. God bless you, and we'll see you later.